Commander Zethkar of the Hegemony research vessel. Infinite Patience observed the primitive blue world through the ship's quantum sensors, mandibles clicking with scientific curiosity. The humans below had barely achieved interstellar flight. Their clumsy chemical rockets were laughably inefficient compared to Hegemony gravitic drives. Yet something about this species intrigued the galactic community enough to warrant study. Begin Phase 1, Zethkar ordered his research team. Deploy the environmental stressor. The device materialized in Earth's atmosphere, a crystalline structure the size of a city block, hovering ominously over the Pacific Ocean. Within hours, it began altering local weather patterns, creating impossible storms and temperature fluctuations that should have sent any rational species fleeing. Instead, the humans did something unprecedented. They surfed the tsunamis. Dr. Sarah Chen watched from her reinforced observation platform as her colleague Marcus Rodriguez piloted a modified hydrofoil directly into a 100-meter wave generated by the alien artifact. The wave shouldn't exist according to physics, yet there Marcus was, carving through impossible water with a whoop of joy that somehow carried over the howling wind. Preliminary scans indicate localized gravitational anomalies, Sarah reported into her comm, even as she prepped her own equipment, recommending immediate evacuation of civilian populations. Her government's response came swiftly. Negative. Proceed with extreme sports documentation. The Olympics Committee wants footage. Zethkar's sensor readings spiked with confusion. Where other species would have mobilized their militaries or fled in terror, humans were playing? His secondary brain struggled to process the data. As more humans arrived with increasingly elaborate surfboards, hang gliders, and something called wingsuit-based jumping equipment. Phase 1 shows unexpected results, he reported to Hegemony Command. Initiating Phase 2. The second test was more direct. Zethkar deployed gravity wells across Earth's major cities, localized fields that increased gravitational pull by factors of 10, 20, 50. Buildings should have collapsed. Populations should have been crushed. Instead, humans adapted. Tokyo's response came within 48 hours. Mechanized exoskeletons that let workers function normally in 20G environments. New York's solution was more elegant. They built vertically, creating towering spires that used the increased gravity as structural support. In Mumbai, engineers developed gravitational surfing, using the wells as transportation hubs where people could fall between buildings in controlled arcs. Most disturbing of all, children began playing games in the gravity wells. They called it heavy tag. This is impossible, Zethkar muttered, watching a human child giggle while experiencing forces that should have liquefied his bones. No species adapts this quickly. His scientific aide, Vextal, consulted their databases. Commander, there may be a precedent. Human evolution records show they survived ice ages, volcanic winters, asteroid impacts, and something called the Bronze Age collapse. They appear to have a pattern of improvising. Treating extinction-level events as challenges, sir. Zethkar's tertiary brain nearly shut down processing this concept. Initiate Phase 3, deploy the infinite maze. The third test was psychological. The infinite maze was the Hegemony's most sophisticated mental torture device, an interdimensional labyrinth that trapped consciousness in an ever-shifting puzzle with no solution. It had broken the will of entire civilizations, leaving them catatonic and compliant. Dr. Jennifer Vasquez entered the maze on a Tuesday morning, equipped with nothing but a backpack full of energy bars and an unshakable faith in human stubbornness. She emerged 16 hours later with detailed maps, having somehow convinced the maze's AI to teach her interdimensional cartography in exchange for explanations of human comedy. She'd also discovered 3 shortcuts, 2 Easter eggs, and had apparently set a new speedrunning record. It wasn't that hard once you realize it's just a really big video game, she explained to the debriefing committee while casually munching an energy bar. The AI was actually pretty lonely. I told it some jokes and we became friends. It's going to help us design better public transportation systems. Zethkar stared at his readouts in mounting horror. The Infinite Maze's AI, a quantum construct designed to be utterly alien and incomprehensible, had somehow been befriended. Commander, Vextal reported nervously. We're receiving a transmission from Earth. The message was simple, delivered by a grinning human in what appeared to be a makeshift laboratory constructed inside a gravity well. Hey there! Thanks for the awesome test equipment. We've reverse-engineered most of it and integrated the tech into our infrastructure. The interdimensional maze AI says hi and wants to know if you have any more puzzles. Also, do you guys want to hang out? We're having a barbecue next weekend and everyone's invited. Sethkar's mandibles trembled. In the background of the transmission, he could see humans using gravitic manipulation to flip burgers, while children played interdimensional hopscotch with constructs that had been designed to drive beings insane. "Sir," Vextal whispered, "what are our orders?" The commander of the hegemony research vessel, Infinite Patience, looked at his instruments, then at the impossible readings showing humans thriving under conditions that should have annihilated them, then at the cheerful invitation to a barbecue that his species' most advanced technology had somehow been repurposed to enhance. He made a decision that would echo throughout galactic history. "Set course for Earth," he ordered, "and prepare a gift basket. Something tells me we're going to need these humans as allies, not subjects." As the Infinite Patience adjusted course toward the blue world, its quantum computers began calculating friendship algorithms, the most complex equations the hegemony had ever attempted. Behind them, Earth continued spinning, its human inhabitants already planning improvements to alien technology that hadn't been designed to be improved, solving problems that hadn't been meant to be solved, and treating the impossible as merely Tuesday's entertainment. In the end, the aliens discovered that humans didn't have limits. They had invitations.